All right, I'm sure you guys already know the new refines are coming out in just one day. It's almost here. And they are Flora, Berkut, Naesala, Ranulf, and Velouria. Now, these are predictions from Gmo and from Shamil. This came pretty late, so I usually don't like shooting them so close to the release date. Because why not just wait then? But we'll go over it anyway since we got some time to kill. All right, let's check out the first hero. Signature Dish Flora. Those forgot her stats. 43 HP, 55 attack, 22 speed, 29 defense, 38 res, 170 BST. Saehrimnir, Iceberg, an ARD attack res. Old Fighter, Armor March. She used to be really, really good for ARD, especially because first hero to get ARD attack res because of her weapon. No, actually, it was kind of weird of her weapon. Anyways, enough about that. I wonder what she's going to get because she was recently a former hero. Recently, as in within the past 6 months. And I really like her. So, let's see. Saehrimnir, attack +3, effect against beast foes. At start combat, if units res over foes res. Inflicts penalty on foes. Attack defense or combat goes 80% of different res stats. At start of combat. Okay. Sure. So, it's just like before. 80% of difference between res stats before combat. Maximum penalty of -8. So it's attack and defense only, no other stats. That's fine. It's her core stats, but it would have been cool if she got something else as well. At start of combat, if unit's HP is over 25%, grants attack +5 to unit and puts attack -5 on foe during target. That's a very simple hit, but it makes sense. Oh, it's kind of like Myrrh now. Reminding of Myrrh with double attack +5, attack -5. If you initiates combat within 2 spaces of an ally, attack +5 to unit during combat. Puts attack -5 on foes during combat. Unit deals damage equals 20% of unit's res. And reduces damage from foes' first attack by 20% of unit's res. I like that actually. Utilizing her high res stat for more damage and more survivability, which really improve her ability being a savior unit. As a far save unit, I think Flora still has a lot of promise. And given we saw how her sister Felicia did once she got her refine just last month. By the way, Felicia I think is one of the top 5 close save. I know that sounds crazy, people, but I think she's that good because she's a speedy savior, close save hero. And she can be a far save hero, but better to be a close save hero. Anyways, I think Felicia was really, really good. And so a refine like this would make Flora amazing as well. Felicia didn't get a bonus to her attack, really. Not, for the most part, not really. But Flora is going to get more on defensive side and more offensive side, so I really like that. It keeps them kind of similar. All right, for Gmo, attack +3, effects against beast foes, same as before. Wait, no, you did attack Wait, was it always attack +3? I have her. I keep forgetting these things. No, that sounds right to me. At start of combat, if units res over foes res, what's penalty on foes attack defense or comic was 8% difference. Wow, you guys kept it to the minimum. Could be same idea. And also, foe cannot make a follow-up attack. Oh, just really low speeds. Denying a follow-up is really good. So that's kind of different because with how she is, her base form and this form, denying follow-up is kind of strange on her. But it does make her a lot better. Actually, she's one of the heroes that maybe getting double is not so bad. She should take so little damage that she can, it would help her charge her specials. Start combat, units HP is over 25%, grants attack speed, defense, res +4 during combat, so all stats +4. I like that to a certain degree. Attack +5 versus attack -5 times 2 versus all stats +4 times 2. Interesting. Because having middling speed for her, for Flora, it's actually pretty useful because if she fights against a hero like Fallen Edelgard, she can kill her if she can double, right? Because she's fighting against beast foes. Having that speed actually does help in some of the critical matchups in the meta right now. Anyways, to unit neutralizes effects that prevents units' follow-up attacks during combat, and also units res over foes res, reduces damage from foes' first attack during combat by 30%. So I really like that. He went for more of a survivability angle, Gmo did, whereas Shamil, this is Shamir. Damn it. Shamir went for a more balanced angle of more offensive ability as well as survivability. So I like both. Either one's great for her. All right, Berkut's next. The Purgatorial Prince. Berkut, that's a heck of a name. Or a title. 43 HP, 51 attack, 17 speed, 35 defense, 30 res. Kriemhild. If units within 3 spaces of an ally, grants attack +5 to unit during combat, inflicts attack -5 on foe during combat. Correct me if I'm wrong, it was also 3 spaces before, right? Foe cannot make a follow-up attack. Yep, the same. Unit can counterattack regardless of foe's range. Same, DC. But after combat, unit attack deals damage to 20 damage to nearest ally, which is it was 2 spaces. Okay. Yeah, it feels really weird because he was one of those first units like that with that kind of ability. Okay, 3 spaces actually does help. If foe initiates combat or if foe's HP is over 75% at start of combat, grants attack +5 to unit during combat. Plus attack -5 on foe during combat, and also the following effects will occur based on number of allies in 3 unit. Huh? Doesn't he want to stay alone? If greater or equal to 1 ally, unit makes a guaranteed follow attack. Is this based in the game? No, this is not. If equal or greater to 3 allies, reduces damage from attacks during combat by 30%. That's really different. It makes him a better offensive unit because he now gets attack +5 and attack -5 times 2. And he still denies follow-ups. He still gets DC if he just has an ally nearby. He still helps trigger things like Vanish and Wings of Mercy setups and whatnot. And additionally, he gets damage reduction. But it seems weird to me. Does he actually want allies next to him? He wants at least 1 ally next to him to get DC, but like 3 allies? The guaranteed follow-up attack is really nice for him to have, especially though. His speed is super low, but that's kind of good because he's heavily min-maxed, and he can only get hit 1 time anyways. That's interesting. I didn't think of going this direction with Berkut. But yeah, given you want at least 1 ally within 3 spaces anyways, adding a further condition on that makes some sense. This kind of feels weird for a crazy person to want more. From Gmo, if foe initiates combat or units within 2 spaces of an ally, attack against -5 on foe during combat, and foe cannot make a follow-up attack, same as before. Now, if they're ranged, the unit can counterattack regardless of foe's range. Okay, that was something more than that. But after combat, if unit attack deals 10 damage to nearest ally. Wait, what? No! 20. Why would you adjust this? 20 damage, really clear cut, puts them into a lot of different things. Brazens, trigger. Vantage, triggered. Actually, maybe not Vantage. But, well, actually. Desperation, triggered. It depends on the unit. Fine. But 10 damage kind of hurts him. Hurts his allies, I would think. A lot of people who have Berkuts have it in certain teams where they need that 20 damage dealt to them to trigger things. Anyways, if foe initiates combat or foe's HP is over 75% at start combat, inflicts attack against -5 on foe combat. So, same idea, attack +5, attack -5, except this is defense. On foe during combat. Though I think attack -5 probably helps against certain heroes. They use their attack for more attack. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. On foe during combat, and also if unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, reduces damage from foe's first attack by 30%, and unit makes a guaranteed follow attack. Okay, it's a very much the same idea. All right, I can agree with that. It's basically the biggest difference was attack +5 versus attack -5, and instead of 30% damage reduction for both hits, I think it's 30% damage reduction for 1 hit. Which is fine, because he's already denying double anyway, so it should be just anyways. Alright. Sensible. Alright, our free-to-play hero, Naesala, Riven King Beak. Sorry, his HP, 42. 42 HP, 46 attack, 41 speed, 24 defense, 29 res, and 62 BSC. Still among the best free-to-play beast heroes to invest into, though nowadays there are so many more. But in terms of one with speed, he's still one of the best. Alright. Riven King Beak, speed +3 if unit shoots combat or is not adjacent to an ally. Attack speed +5 to unit during combat and deals damage +5 speed. I like that. Conversion and speed into damage usually fixes a lot of their big issues with attack. And it makes sense to continually go into speed, especially nowadays because so many super fast units. Going too much speed against a unit with low speed is just wasteful. But if you convert it into attack, it's not so bad. And then too little and committing more speed against heroes that actually are fast gives you a chance to actually win the fight. Anyways, start of turn of units adjacent to only beasts or dragon foes, dragon allies. Sorry, unit can move adjacent, move 1 extra space, and if unit transforms, attack +2. At start combat, if unit's HP is over 25%, grants attack speed +5 to unit combat, so attack speed +5 times 2. And also, if units transform or if unit speed is over foe speed, besides effects that prevents units follow-up attacks and foe cannot counterattack. What? Foe cannot counterattack? That's... I know his defense is really low and he came with guard, which basically means you're keeping in mind his base kit. I see it. But wouldn't that make him too good? I kind of view Naesala, because if you guys look at Soleil, for example, right? Soleil sucks. I'm sorry. Refine. Just ridiculously lame. I don't care for it at all. And looking at that as a base point of how IS looks at counterattacks, that makes me question this a lot. But yeah, if he can do this, you saw effects that prevent units follow-up attacks, half of no. Well, or a fly that's especially more useful, and focus on counterattack, that is huge. That is so huge. So we'll see, but this is really good. Attack speed plus 10, converting speed into damage by 15%, partial null follow-up, and then non-counterattack. That is so good because he even has guard in his base kit. If that actually happens, Naesala is one of your best, like goes straight back up to among the top best beast heroes entire game. Not just like free to play, just entire game. Alright, for Gmo, speed plus 3 if initiates combat or is not adjacent to an ally. Attack speed plus 5 to unit during combat and deals 15%. Deals damage equals 15% unit speed. Same as before. At start combat, if unit's HP is over 25%. Grants attack speed plus 5 to unit during combat. And also, if unit initiates combat, neutralize effects that prevent unit's follow-up attacks during combat. And unit can make a follow attack before foe can counterattack. I get where you guys are coming from with this, but this is a free play hero. If you guys remember Pyre Naesala, that was basically the idea with him. And I get where you guys are going with it. It's just, if you make him too closely to Pyre Naesala, I don't think IS is going to like that. I don't think they're going to go down the direction. Pyre Naesala is already a really rare hero to bump into. And if you make him too similar to Pyre Naesala, they're just going to fodder him. Most of them are already fodder, so it doesn't really matter. It's funny because you can kind of kill off a Pyre Naesala for Naesala if this is actually the kit, because you basically have everything he has anyway. And then, yeah, put Trace on this Naesala and you got one of the best in the game. Yep. I mean, there's only so much you can do. But yeah, this is one of the more deadly heroes that we have potential, a lot of potential in as one of the Weapon Refines. So I'll be interested in seeing what he can do. Because, chat, if he gets, like, say, faster cooldown based on attacks, based on, like, Flashing Blade built into him, for example, he'd be a great Gale Forcer. Like, whatever happens, Naesala is going to become a really good unit. Alright, another beast hero. This one might as well have been free considering how few people used him. Friend of Nations Ranulf, 43 HP, 44 attack, 37 speed, 36 defense, 17 res. Covert Cat Fang. Grants defense plus 3, all stats plus 4 to allies within 3 spaces during combat. If units within 3 spaces an ally, all stats plus 4. Oh, not all stats. Everything but res. Okay, that's whatever. At start turn, units adjacent to only beast dragon allies. Grants attack plus 2, and if unit shoots combat, attack defense minus 4 on foe during combat, and token up with the ball attack. Same as before, impact.
Say 7 or 3 hopes is my guess for this banner.
3 hopes might be a bit too early. It's coming in June. Alright. Also, inflicts speed, defense minus X on foes in 3 spaces during combat. So kind of like... Oh, that's actually really good. And if unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, grants attack speed plus 5 to unit during combat. So he gets attack speed plus 9 and defense plus 4 if he's nearby an ally. Additionally, he gets a passive debuff on opponents. And considering they tried something similar with Yogurt, I get the idea here. X equals 2x number of allies in 3 spaces, so maximum minus 6. That really helps him and his team out. So Ranulf was really crummy before because as a support unit, he didn't do enough. As a unit by himself, he didn't do enough. I mean, 43 HP, 44 attack, 37 speed, 36 defense, 17 res is so mediocre across the board. Not enough speed, not enough defense, not enough attack. Like, everything was just not enough. So, giving him a lot of extra stats, allowing him to further debuff to your opponents, helps your team way more so he can fulfill his original role. And as a beast hero, he now does his initial role of offense better. If they make him like this, he's going to be worth using in at least beast teams. Alright, for Gmo, defense plus 3, all stats plus 4 to unit within 2 spaces of an ally during combat. If unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants its all stats plus 4 again. Alright. I'm rushing because we only have a few minutes. At start, it's the same. And it inflicts speed, defense minus X on foes within 3 spaces of unit during combat. Calculus X equals based on number of allies within 3 spaces of unit. Your allies is 0. 1 ally is minus 2, 2 allies minus 4. Same thing then as... Wow, you guys are so similar here. And if unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack speed, defense plus 4. So, attack speed, defense plus 8 to him when nearby an ally. Same idea of nearing more allies is a higher debuff zone. I just wish the spaces was higher, because I think 2 spaces for a cav hero, especially if you want to attack, is kind of restrictive. But it's very similar across the two, so I think this is probably closer to actually get. It's not too crazy refined, but it will make it useful. For our final hero, Velouria, this is the big one. Wolfpup. Sorry. I said cup. 43 HP, 49 attack, 40 speed, 33 defense, 23 res. Wolfpup Fang, speed plus 3 at start combat. At start turn, 1. Grants special cooldown count minus 2 to unit and unit's partner if any. At start combat, if unit's HP is over 25%. Attack speed, defense res +4 unit during combat. Nice. She didn't have that before. She didn't have that, right? Yeah, she didn't. Extra stats always helps. And of course, the new Beast Infantry ability. Attack +2, deal 7 damage with special triggers, and neutralize effects that guarantees grants special cool and charge X to foe or inflicts special charge -X on you. So in other words, all specials, temple, whatever you want to call it, is really good on her because she's even better in the Gale Force team as a result. Additionally, if you initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, all stats +4 during combat, and also special triggers or during combat, grant special cooldown count -1 after combat. Nice. She continuously helps out with fast specials. If unit support partner is within 2 spaces and their special triggers before or during combat, grant special cooldown count -1 to that support partner after combat. Okay, so she also helps partner better. Anyways, this is really good. So for those who forgot, if you ran Velouria with a support partner and you had Gale Force on her, it goes from 5 to 3 at the start of your first turn. And with a build like this, with no specials, she's basically guaranteed Gale Force, which is her original role done even better. And because she can do special cooldown count -1 after combat, dropping to 4, she's still a really potent Gale Forcer. But even if they cannot counterattack, as long as she has a way of getting her special triggered, or cooldown accelerated, she's gonna get another Gale Force. Or not that it usually matters, but it's nice to have that. And the extra cooldown count -1 ally could be pretty game changing. And finally, for Gmos, Velouria, speed +3 at start turn 1, grant special cooldown count -2 to unit and ally support. Unit supported, partner. And additionally, at start combat, unit HP is over 25%. All stats +4. Beast ability upgraded at start turn, restores 10 HP to unit. Wow, that's really good. And also, if unit is within 3 spaces of support partner, restores 10 HP to that ally and grants attack speed +60 per turn. I like that to a certain degree. The healing could mess up the Wings of Mercy teams. But even if it's based in some like rational game decision, it could be problematic. And it's a fate channel. All right. And finally, at start of combat, if unit's HP is over 25%, all stats +4. Units within 3 spaces of support partner, neutralize effects that prevents follow-up attacks during combat and inflicts special cooldown charge -. That's great. Too bad I can't give you my thoughts because the fate channel is out. Let's watch it.